And we're live. So, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us today. My name is My name is Asher Cowan. I'm Dr. Cowan's son. I'm the CEO of Dr. Cowan's Garden, and today we are doing a live stream demonstration of Kung Pao chicken. So, it was part of our meal plan that we sent out last week. We send out meal plans every week, every Thursday. It gives you 6 full recipes for the following week, plus a shopping list. So you have everything that you need to do, everything that you need from shopping list, ingredients to menu to recipes to accomplish your meal plan for the week. So go to our website, drcowansgarden.com, sign up for our mailing list, and you'll get these meal plans delivered to your inbox every week. So right now we're going to get started with Kung Pao chicken that we're going to serve over Carolina Gold rice. I have my rice going here. I'm going to add some butter to it. And today I'm also joined by my co-star and daughter Amia. So she is going to help me cook today. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is heat up the pan to fry the chicken. So I got my pan going now. Probably not quite hot enough. And we'll let it heat up, get to temperature before we put the oil in. So Amia, do you want to tell everyone what your favorite vegetable powder is?
Tomato salt.
Tomato salt. We don't even sell that anymore, but I made it from tomatoes that we got from our CSA share last summer. All right, let's get the oil in the pan. And I forgot tongs. Get it right here. And we'll get going. Let's get some salt and pepper. And get these into the pan. Whoops. So I will be joining the Instagram live chat. That's at Dr. Cowan's Powders. So if anyone wants to ask a question or get involved, please join us on Instagram. That's at Dr. Cowan's Powders. Jump into the chat. Love to have you here. We're also live on Facebook. That's Dr. Cowan's Garden on Facebook. So we are going to be careful when we're putting these in to not splatter ourselves. So what powders are we using for this meal? Good question. So we are using pepper salt in the sauce for the Kung Pao chicken. That's what the recipe calls for. But I am also going to add our threefold spicy. So that contains carrots, peppers, ginger, and wasabi leaves. So it has a really nice flavor, and I think it'll pair really well with this dish. My hubby's daughter loved the tomato salt too. It's called red salt. Yeah, the tomato salt, I like it too. The reason why we discontinued that product was because it clumps too easily, and so it was really difficult for us to, make it so that it wouldn't clump. So let's get some salt and pepper on this side of the chicken as well. Yes, Kung Pao chicken. Awesome. So again, we are cooking the, which day is it? Help me out. Is it I think it's the Tuesday or Wednesday meal from last week's meal plan. I think it's the Tuesday, right? It's the Tuesday meal from the meal plan that we sent out last week. So it gets emailed to your inbox every Thursday. You have Friday, Saturday to sort of shop for your ingredients and prep any meals that you want to prep, and then Sunday is when the recipe starts, and then it takes you through the whole week. And we're cooking the Tuesday meal. So this is the meal that you're supposed to be cooking for today. A lot of times these meals are integrated. So, for example, you might make a bone-in roast one day, and then use the bone for broth that will be used in a meal the following day. Yeah. All right. So thanks everyone for joining. Glad you could be with us. Again, we're cooking Kung Pao chicken. So I'm gonna prep the ingredients for my stir fry. And Amia, if you could make the sauce. So what we're gonna do is make the sauce. So we have soy sauce, balsamic vinegar. This one is, what one is this? Let me count. Oh, this is Marsala wine. So another thing that I like to do is to help with any substitutions or adjustments that you might need to make. So in this week we already had Marsala wine, and it's a pretty close approximation to sherry wine. So instead of going out and buying more, we're just going to use the Marsala in the sauce instead of sherry. So that's what this is, and this one is maple syrup. So Mia, if you could get these into the bowl along with some pepper salt, stir it around, and make the sauce for us. That would be great. So I'm going to chop the ingredients for the stir fry. In the stir fry, we're going to put garlic, red bell pepper, ginger, and green onion or scallion. Another thing that to think about with these meal plans and the adjustments is, if you have a CSA share, or maybe you're growing your own vegetables or something like that, maybe you don't have all the ingredients, or you have some that are close. So one of the things that I like to do is help people make adjustments, and so this is one of them. Another adjustment that I'm making is, instead of peanuts, which the recipe calls for, I'm going to use almonds instead. So I have 3 children, and all 3 of them are allergic to peanuts. So rather than take the chance of contamination and a possible reaction, we're going to use almonds, which I know they are not allergic to. Check our chicken. So thanks again for joining us, everyone. Again, my name is Asher Cowan. I am the CEO of Dr. Cowan's Garden. And right now I am making the Tuesday meal from our meal plan that we sent out last week. We send out meal plans that include recipes and a shopping list for meals for the entire week. So it's a good way to sort of reduce your workload, so to speak. I know a lot of people do meal planning and meal prep. It's a good way, especially if you're a busy parent like me. And it's just a good way to cook healthy, delicious, and nutritious meals for you and your family. So we help you out by sending you all the recipes plus the shopping list. So you'd have everything you need in front of you to execute on a meal plan for the week, from recipes to the shopping guide. So you know exactly what you need. and you know what you're doing for the week. Did you add some pepper salt? Gotta add some pepper salt. This one's gonna be a little bit spicy. Also, instead of the chilies, I'm using this kind of like chili powder or chili pepper flakes. They're Espelito peppers, grown by a Demeter certified farm, Glen Tucky Family Farms. They also grow our Ashitaba, Summer Savory, and Dandelion powder. So this is really good stuff. Where do I sign up for the meal plans? Good question. So meal plans, we send them to everyone on our email list. You can go to our website, drcowansgarden.com. Click the sign up button. There's multiple ways of getting on our email list, and yeah, I think it's a great way, and hopefully take some of the workload off of you. How about a little more pepper salt in there? Get it a little spicy. We're gonna peel our ginger. A good way to peel ginger is with a spoon. So you just kind of flick the skin off with a spoon, and that's probably the best way I know how to peel ginger. Sorry, let me get a better angle there. Mia, do you want to tell everyone your favorite food? No? Alright. Maybe next time.
I can't. I'm still choosing.
You're still choosing your favorite food? Well, you like a lot of food, so that's very helpful. We don't really have much trouble getting our children to eat. They do a pretty good job of eating. How do you prepare the Carolina Gold rice? So good question. I sort of did that ahead of time, mostly because we have so much rice. So what you do is kind of soak it for about half an hour. A lot of times you want to soak grains overnight, but with Carolina Gold, it's such a sort of delicate rice that you don't need to soak it for too long. So soak it for half an hour. Rinse it out after you've soaked it, and then you basically cook it 25 to 30 minutes. Once the water is boiling, turn it down to low. After a little bit, add some butter, maybe olive oil, and then keep it at low until it's soft and fluffy. And then if you've added the butter or olive oil, it'll soak down to the bottom of the pan and then get this nice crispy bottom to the bottom of the pan, and that's really nice too. And it's just so velvety and tender. I love the Carolina Gold rice. Alright, so this chicken, that's a big chicken. This is taking a little bit longer than normal. But again, if you're just joining us, My name is Asher Cowan. I'm CEO of Dr. Cowan's Garden. We are cooking the Tuesday meal from the meal plan that we sent out last week. These meal plans include 6 different recipes for dinners for the following week, plus a shopping list. So you have everything that you need at your fingertips to accomplish and execute on a meal plan. And I'm here showing you how simple and easy these things are. And it's a great way to sort of take the load off of you and your meal planning and meal prepping, because I know everyone would love to cook healthy meals for themselves and their families, and this is a great way to sort of lessen the load on you. And we do live streams on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook is Dr. Cowan's Garden, and Instagram is at Dr. Cowan's Powders. And right now I'm monitoring the chat on Instagram, so if you have any questions, please enter them there. Let's check our rice. Coming along. Not there yet. So these are deboned drumsticks, and of course we save the bones for bone broth later. And what I'm doing now is I'm cooking the chicken, and then we're going to add in our vegetable stir fry later, once this chicken is done. I think our sauce is done. I'm looking forward to trying that sauce. Now let's cut open one of these chicken breasts to see, or chicken legs, to see how done it is. Yep, needs a little bit more time, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut them open and then place them on the sort of butterfly them and put them that side down. So thanks for joining, everyone. If you have any questions, please drop them into the Instagram live chat. That's at Dr. Cowan's Powders. Happy to answer them for you about this meal in particular, or really anything in general. Maybe not anything, but stick to food-related topics. Are you excited for this dinner? Me too, I'm hungry. So this chicken is also from my neighbor Wesley, and the more local you can get your food source, your food supply, the better. So he grows chickens, or he and his wife, they have probably 75 to 100 pasture-raised chickens. They have wonderful eggs and really good chicken too. So I'm excited to find that. You remember Wesley, right? We went over to his house, saw the chickens. What do you think of the chickens? Yeah? Let's see. Yeah, still a little underdone in some parts of these. Let's see. Yeah, drumsticks are a little bit tough to to get done evenly. We're going to chop this up a little bit. What is my favorite food? Probably steak. I just can't go too long without a nice good steak. Obviously grass-fed and grass-finished. Do you want to say what your favorite food is? Or are you still having trouble deciding? That's alright.
When are you going to put the sauce in?
Very soon. Very soon. I think the chicken's almost done. Once we get the chicken done, we're going to saute the vegetables. And then it'll be just about done. And the vegetables won't take that long to saute. Yeah, some of this is not quite done. So if you're just joining us, my name is Asher Cowan, CEO of Dr. Cowan's Garden, and I am cooking one of the meals from our meal plans. We send out meal plans every week, every Thursday. They contain 6 recipes for the following week, plus a shopping list. So you have everything that you need at your fingertips to accomplish a full meal plan for you and your family. The meal plans are generally designed to feed 4 people, so keep that in mind when you're reading them and sort of looking to see how much food they have. Also, sort of make adjustments based on your own needs and how big of eaters you are. I know I probably eat for 3 people anyway, so we need to make adjustments for that. Alright, I think these are just about done, so I'm going to take them off. And now we have all this delicious flavor at the bottom of the pan. That's going to be great for sauteing. So let's get our vegetables in there. So again, we're using scallions or green onions, plus red bell peppers, garlic, and ginger. Let's chop up these almonds. One thing that what I'm trying to help people with is making adjustments. So one of the adjustments we're making is, instead of using peanuts, we're using almonds. So I have 3 children and all 3 of them are allergic to peanuts. So definitely not going to use peanuts in this dish. Instead, we will use almonds. And that's smelling good. So now let's add some sauce. There we go. Sauce will get up the the stuff that was sort of stuck to the bottom of the pan, and that's where a lot of the flavor is. Now I'm going to cut up some of the chicken to add back in. And we like to leave the skin on the chicken. That's one of the best parts in my opinion. So let's get this back in there. Go. Now we are almost done. Make sure that one's done. Let's get a little bit more sauce. Let's check on our rice. Yep. There we go. We are ready. Whoops. Butchered the plating. There we go. Kung Pao chicken. All right, let's take a bite. You ready? It's a little hot, so let's blow it. Little hot? What do you think? Good? I think that's the first time you've had Kung Pao chicken before. So thanks again for joining us, everyone. Again, my name is Asher Cowan, CEO of Dr. Cowan's Garden. I'm cooking the meal plan from last week. We send them out every Thursday. They include 6 recipes plus a shopping list, and and so basically everything you need to execute on a meal. So obviously we did a good job with the cooking because Amia just ran off with the dish, which I'm happy about. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.